Okay, now, I have a little potential confusion because of the way I went from here to here. Now let me show you, first of all, the way I would do this, okay, in one step, where I did it in 2 steps here, and then we'll see how to do it 1 step at a time, okay? And I think y'all are aware of it, but let's just say, okay, I've got 2y plus 3 equals 2xy minus 6y minus x plus 3. Okay? Now I know that I want all my y terms to be on this side. These are terms that have factors of y, right? Okay? So everything else I want to switch. I mean, you know, I want to get this over here, and I also don't want this 3 over here. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just do 2y plus 3, leave myself plenty of room, is 2xy minus 6y minus x plus 3, and then I'm going to add 6y, so I'm going to do that on both sides, right? So that would get rid of the 6y over here, okay? And get that corresponding term over here. Then I'm going to do minus 2xy, and I'm going to do that to both sides. And then I'm going to do minus 3, okay? Now, the things that you want to do one at a time, we're going to do that in a minute. If we're focusing clearly on what needs to change sides, essentially, okay? We can do them all in 1 step, or we can break it into 3 steps. More writing if you break it down, but if you're more secure doing that, remember I'm not timing you on these things. Take all the time you need, right? Okay, so what do we get? That leaves us 2y plus 6y minus 2xy, and 3 and negative 3 add up to 0. So that's not going to change anything, so we don't have to write that 0 down. Over here, the 2xy goes away, the 6y goes away, and while we're at it, the 3 happens to go away, although in general, you wouldn't expect this number to be the same as this number. Okay? So that leaves us negative x, and that's the only thing that doesn't go away out of this. Okay? It's the only thing that doesn't add up to 0. Okay? Okay, so then, then we're here, and we combine the terms and factor and do what we did. Okay? Now, if you wanted to do that 1 step at a time, it would be fine. Okay, so we can write 2y plus 3 equals 2xy minus 6y minus x plus 3. And let's go ahead and subtract the 3 from both sides, because I think that's what you said you wanted to do. So you got 2y plus 3 minus 3 equals 2xy minus 6y minus x plus 3 minus 3. And that leaves us then just 2y equals 2xy minus 6y minus x. Okay? I didn't leave myself room to write anything here. So I'm going to smudge it out a little bit with 2y, because now I'm going to do something else, okay? I'm going to add 6y to both sides because I want to get all my y's over here. I've got to get rid of them over here. So I've got to do plus 6y plus 6y, and that gives me 8y. Leave myself some room. We got 2xy minus x, right? And then I'll subtract the 2xy. Get 8y minus 2xy equals 2xy minus x minus 2xy. It looks like a not equal sign. Unfortunately, chalk doesn't erase that easily. So that gives me 8y minus 2xy equals negative x, right? Okay? And if you find it less error prone to do it this way, by all means, do it. Okay? If you think it can be as secure doing it this way and saving yourself some writing, go ahead and do it, but make sure you're secure. Make sure you're getting it right. And if one way works better for you than the other, I don't have a dog in that fight. I don't care. All I care about is that you do it securely, and whichever way or combination of ways work for you. The rules of algebra apply equally well in both cases. Up here, I'm subtracting the same thing from both sides. Down here, I'm adding or subtracting the same thing on both sides. Okay? Just doing it a step at a time.